in the bonus video talking about links, I mentioned something about being able to use Control Z to stop the process, and then how you could use FG and then links to bring the program back into the foreground. I just wanted to clarify in this little extra tip here that this is not just something that links does, rather it's a way that you can manage processes in Ubuntu Server. So this video will deal with processes and how you can manage them, how you can see the active processes, how you can kill active processes, how you can stop processes, and then how you can start them back up again. So what we're going to do here is open up the nano editor. So sudo nano, enter our password, and now, I'll type some stuff in here. And okay, I have some options here. I can close the program using Control X, or I can use Control Z to stop the program. Now, just like I talked about with links, you are stopping the program, and I mentioned that it's similar to minimizing, and it is similar, except you're actually causing the process to suspend or to freeze. Okay, so it's frozen in the background, and we can see that it's frozen in the background by looking at a process snapshot with PS. So with PS here, it's actually not showing nano. Okay, let's try. I've got to be honest with you, I'm not sure why it's not. I'm not sure why it is not showing that, because here when I bring up links and then I stop it and I give a process snapshot, you can see that links is showing up here. So that may be something a little bit different with nano. Okay, so links may be a better example. Here you can see that I have an active shell, but links is stopped in the background. And let me just try for a moment to bring nano back up using foreground. So I'm bringing the program back into the foreground where it's been stopped and placed in the background. Let me just try and bring nano back. Yeah, it says no such job. So nano apparently didn't like being stopped in that manner. However, a program like links will work in this way. And that is similar to how it touches on an issue of how you kill processes, okay? So say that you start a process and you want to end that process. You want to kill that process, okay? We'll use links as a good example. So I've stopped the process, and I can use PS to look at the process snapshot. Now, PS is going to give you a static output. So these are the processes that were running when I issued PS. However, there could be a change in that in the process list. For example, if I sudo kill 9 and then the PID for links, which is 32568. So 32568, I've just killed the links process, okay, using that command, but the process snapshot did not update itself, and that's because it's a static output. If I do PS again, you can now see that it's not running. And the reason that I'm making a big deal about it being a static output is that you have another wonderful command called top. And you can use top to see process information which is going to update itself. You can see just, there's not a lot running on this server right now, but you can see just a little bit of motion as things are changing. So this would be similar to on a Windows system when you bring up the task manager, which I'll go ahead and do here. So with the task manager, you can take a look at which processes are running and notice that they are updating in real time. This is exactly what top is going to do for us on our Ubuntu Linux server. Okay? Now, we can use top, and I'm scrolling down the list now with the down arrow to figure out the PID. So you can see that first column there is the PID, And now this is really interesting. You can now see that on top it is showing nano and showing that nano is still active. So if we want to kill it, we will use its PID, or its process ID, which is 32565. I'm going to use Control Z to put top into the background, to suspend it in the background. So if we do PS, you can see top is still running. And now I'm going to attempt to kill that nano process that was acting kind of different there. Kill with the 9 option is usually gonna get her done, okay? There are times you have stubborn processes that they don't want to kill, and the 9 option is usually gonna get that done. Sudo kill 9 32565. And remember, we killed, we stopped top, and so you didn't see the output change. Nano is still listed because I stopped. I froze top. If, however, I bring top back to the foreground, then we should see that nano is gone. 32565 looks like it's still appearing there. So it may not be happy with the way that I stopped it. Again, what I would say, and I've actually never suspended nano like that before, as you can tell, but different programs are going to respond differently to being stopped and to being canceled or closed. There's another little helpful tip there. If I use Control C, then I can stop most programs. However, I found some programs do not like Control C, and they will not exit with Control C. As a matter of fact, I believe that man is one of those. So yes, if I do Control C here on man, it's not going to let me out. Of course, I know at the very bottom I can get out using Q, but all of this, I think, should be used to demonstrate that processes on an Ubuntu Linux server can operate in slightly different ways, and you'll get used to some of this. It'll become second nature, learning how to quit certain programs, how they like to be quit. Again, the process snapshot here is not showing nano, or not showing that nano is still running. If we issue top again, I just want to check and see if it's still down at the very bottom of the process list, and it is. It's showing that nano is still running. I find that curious, so let me just go ahead and open it back up here, but this is now a new buffer, so this is not the file that I was writing in before. It is, of course, a best practice to close a program using its quit command rather than Control C, and rather than killing the process ID as well. However, like I said, some programs are stubborn, and so you can try Control C to close them. I hope that this has been a helpful video for you in understanding processes. It may not be a squeaky clean video. It might seem, like nano, I'm not going to polish that out, that nano is having some strange behavior here, because that's the real world of Ubuntu Linux server administration. And you'll come up, against some of those things, but you have the tools here, using PS to take a process snapshot, using top to basically look at what we would call the task manager on a Windows system. And then again, if you have a stubborn process, I find that usually the easiest way to take care of that process is with sudo kill and then the 9 option followed by the process ID. If you would like more information on the kill command, you can find it here in the manual. That'll give you a little bit more information for you to peruse at your own leisure. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a wonderful student. And if you have any questions about any of this information, please feel free to get in touch with me and to start a discussion about it. Thanks.